Okay, Hayden here with the knife review on the Gerber Paraframe. This is going to be a Nutnfancy style review, as before I bought this knife I noticed he did not have one. So that means it's going to follow the Nutnfancy classic review style with the POU, size, weight, lockup, ergonomics, construction, durability. This is not his exact list. I've made some modifications to fit my review better. And you can feel free to disagree with this, but here it goes. I was at Cabela's the other day, and it's almost Christmas time. We're looking at gifts, all that, and my EDC, which at the time was a SOG Flash 2, was not holding up. The blade was having some play in between. The blade was wiggling. I had some play back and forth between there, and I'd carried the knife for a long time now, and so I figured I would just take a look at a new one, and I liked the look of the Gerber Paraframe. It looked very lightweight, pretty well made. Not like Gerber's the king of folding knives. I will have to say that their stuff is not the highest of quality, but I decided I'd give it a try, and I was pleasantly surprised. The philosophy of use on this knife for the POU would be pretty much strictly as an everyday carry, and a utility knife for around the house. I'm talking about pretty soft utility, like opening boxes, cutting twigs, making marshmallow sticks maybe if you're camping, just the basic stuff. It's not good enough of a blade to do some more heavy-duty work like woodscraft. It's just not big enough. Which brings us to size. It has a 3-inch blade. Overall, I'd say it's about 6 inches. I wouldn't be able to say for sure, but it looks like what's nice about this knife, now you can see here, is that the blade is almost as long as the handle, which is it's a great thing to have in an EDC knife. It makes it more compact. There's not a whole lot of handle hanging over, and for an EDC knife you don't want something big that's going to be taking up a lot of space in your pocket. And part of that is the weight of this knife is quite good. It's brought it down to, now I don't know exactly the weight, and I should. I'll put it in a comment here. There'll be a little thing on the screen right here. That's how much it weighs. It weighs, but you forget you have it. You clip it on, and it's just like it's less than a cell phone in your pocket. So great for EDC in that aspect. I can't see this being much of a combat or tactical knife for any tactical situation, simply because there's no thumb ramp. There's no, the blade style, it's not the best. It's too small. But I guess if it came to that, it would work. It would be passable as a possible tactical situation knife. The lockup on this knife, though, is something to be proud of. It's a frame lock knife, which means that the frame, instead of the liner lock, a smaller piece of steel coming off of the handle, the handle is what's locking the blade in place. So this is stronger than a liner lock. It has a much better lockup. This blade is going nowhere. There's no side-to-side play, at least so far. Nothing noticeable. Definitely no up and down play at all. The lockup's great. The lockup here is all right. It comes undone pretty quickly because you can flick the knife out. So it'll stay, which is good, but it's also not like it's a particularly hard knife to open. So that's good for possibly some younger carriers or people with smaller hands. Now the ergonomics of the blade, they're all right. Nothing to be proud of. It fits in your hand. It takes a little effort to get your hand to a good position to open it. Once it's open, my hand actually fits quite nicely on it. But I could see what someone else's larger hand, it could curl over, and it might not be the most comfortable knife ever. But once again, sacrifice some of that for the size and the weight of the knife. A lot of EDCs, they're not going to be huge knives, which is another reason this is not a good bushcraft knife. The construction of the knife, from what I've seen so far, is pretty good. has no give here in the handle, which is always something I look at. The blade is decently thick for a folding knife. It's, once again, nothing to be proud of particularly, but it's 1/16 inch, something like that. That might be off, I don't know. But it's thick enough to do everyday work. It's good for an EDC. Once again, thicker, it's just too thick. The durability of the knife so far has lasted me great. I haven't done much, but I cut open a box the other day containing actually another knife I'll do a review on, is the Cabela Becker BK7. I have yet to test out that knife, and I'm going to give it some time first before I do a review on it, but it looks really good. So I have cut some marshmallow sticks with this knife and some cardboard here. So far, it doesn't need to be sharpened. It came out of the box pretty sharp. It will take a fair share of abuse is what I see from it. It's not the kind of knife you can throw around or completely mistreat, but you know, you're not going to drop this on the concrete and then have it go away. Now, Gerber, problem with them is they're notorious for not telling what kind of steel it's made out of. You have to do some real searching to find that out, and it just says on here that it has a titanium nitride coating and a surgical stainless steel blade for strength and corrosion resistance. I'm not sure what they mean by surgical stainless steel blade. My only guess is that it's in the 400 series. It's definitely not a carbon steel. Maybe high carbon stainless, but it's not a carbon steel. So probably 420 HC, 440 HC, you know, you never know. You can't find out with Gerber. I'll do a little more research on the internet, see if I can bring anything up for you, but once again, for an everyday carry knife, you can't expect a whole lot more for the price range of $15. The value that I forgot to add on this, it's a great value knife. For the $15, $20, depending on where you live, you're getting a lot of knife in a small package. So we'll do some quick tests real quick. Let's see if you can see. Alright. Here's a piece of cardboard. It has tape in it. It's cut into pretty easily. It's taken some effort. Not bad though. Once again, I haven't. Oh, once again, I haven't sharpened it at all. Once it came, so it might need a little bit of touch up, and I should touch up my knives usually. I usually do. Got real stuck there on the tape. It has a little problem with the tape, but like I said, with a little sharpening, that's nothing that's gonna be a problem. We'll take it over here. We're running out of time. Got some sticks here. I always like to test these to see what they can do. Let's find a good one. Always good to know what your knife is capable of, and find a good place to put this. I might have to edit. Can we see here? Alright. Oh yeah, this is not looking too impressive. I'm not very impressed with this. This wood here is aspen wood, which means it's not soft per se, but I'm not thrilled at how this knife is doing. Oh, sorry, we're out of the camera there. There's not enough leverage to go on this, so smaller sticks, it's done a lot better. So we'll grab one of those real quick. A marshmallow kind of stick here. Maybe something like this. See, it just eats through these smaller ones, but I guess when they get big, you know, that's just too much for the knife. It just can't take much more than something this big, which is why I emphasize that this is certainly not a woodscraft knife. But if you want to take it camping with you and do some